In the bustling city of Cyprus around 300 BC, a prosperous trader named Zeno thrived. His life took a drastic turn during a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus when his vessel, laden with all his wealth, succumbed to the depths of the sea. Picture this. One moment, you're at the pinnacle of success, and the next, everything you've worked for is swallowed by the unforgiving sea. How would you react? Would anger and bitterness consume you? Would you feel cheated by life? For most, these emotions would be natural, but not for Zeno, the pioneer of Stoicism. Zeno believed that while we can't control external events, we have absolute control over our reactions to them. This fundamental principle forms the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Rather than succumbing to despair over his losses, Zeno maintained a calm demeanor, accepting the situation with grace and indifference. Today, the term Stoic often connotes unyielding resilience, but its essence is deeper than mere emotional suppression. Stoicism, as envisioned by Zeno, is a comprehensive worldview and a guide to understanding life. It teaches us to accept the inevitability of external events while emphasizing our ability to choose our internal responses. Stoicism is not about being emotionless. It's about mastering our emotions and embracing life's challenges with equanimity. Zeno's story reminds us that while we can't control the waves of life, we can learn to surf them with grace and resilience. Stoic philosophy isn't just a set of beliefs. It's a way of life that has withstood the test of time. Its principles, developed centuries ago, remain as relevant today as they were in ancient times. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is its approach to negative emotions. Instead of being overwhelmed by them, Stoicism teaches us to transform these emotions into thoughts that shape our unique worldview. Central to Stoic philosophy is the understanding that everyone's perspective is shaped by their experiences. This recognition underscores the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with others. Unlike other philosophical schools that confine their teachings to select audiences, the Stoics believed that their principles were universal and should be accessible to all. They openly discussed and taught philosophy in public spaces, allowing people from all walks of life, including slaves and emperors, to benefit from their wisdom. Notable Stoics like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius exemplified these principles in their lives. Despite their diverse backgrounds, they all embraced Stoicism as a guiding philosophy. The Stoics were not just philosophers. They were also advocates for social equality. They rejected societal norms that restricted certain groups, such as women, from pursuing philosophy. They believed that virtue and eagerness for a good life were not exclusive to men, advocating for the inclusion of women in philosophical discourse. The Stoics' commitment to inclusivity and equality is reflected in their invention of the term cosmopolitan, which signifies a sense of belonging to the world as a whole. This concept of unity and togetherness transcends boundaries and resonates with the diversity of modern cities like New York, Toronto, Dubai, and London. Even in ancient times, Stoicism was ahead of its time in promoting gender equality. Women were encouraged to learn about Stoicism and become Stoics themselves, challenging the prevailing norms of their society. So why do so many people embrace Stoicism as a way of life? Perhaps it's because Stoicism offers a timeless perspective on life's challenges, teaching us to face adversity with resilience, empathy, and a deep sense of humanity. Life is unpredictable, and often our emotions can cloud our judgment. It's not that we become sad because bad things happen, but rather because they happen unexpectedly. Rain, for example, is generally beneficial. It nourishes plants, provides water for animals, and cools the air. Yet getting caught in a downpour without an umbrella is never enjoyable. Despite this, we don't break down in tears at the sight of rain because we've come to expect it. Rain is beyond our control. We accept its inevitability and know that it will eventually pass, making way for sunshine. Stoicism teaches us to apply this principle to all aspects of life. We should anticipate that challenges will arise and prepare ourselves mentally for them. By envisioning the worst-case scenario and accepting it, we can find peace in knowing that we can endure even the most difficult circumstances. One of the practices Stoics employ is voluntary discomfort. This exercise involves intentionally subjecting oneself to discomfort, such as sleeping on the kitchen floor or taking cold showers. By willingly embracing discomfort, we cultivate gratitude for the basic comforts we often take for granted. This exercise also strengthens our resilience, preparing us for future hardships. In today's world, where consumerism and materialism are rampant, Stoic principles are more relevant than ever. Society bombards us with messages that tie our happiness to external possessions and achievements. Stoicism reminds us to focus on internal growth and personal development rather than seeking fulfillment through external validation. From a young age, we are inundated with information and expectations from various sources, our families, schools, and society at large. However, not all of this knowledge is beneficial. We must discern what is truly important and align our actions with our values. Living a fulfilling life requires us to prioritize our own growth and well-being above all else. Seeking validation or happiness through external means often leads to disappointment. True contentment comes from within and is cultivated through self-improvement and self-reliance. Stoicism encourages us to detach ourselves from external desires and focus on what truly matters, our own personal development and inner peace. In a world where material possessions and external achievements often dictate our happiness, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It warns against placing our joy in things that are fleeting and can easily be taken away. Whether it's splurging on a fancy car, buying a lavish house, or starting a family for the sake of societal expectations, Stoicism reminds us that true happiness cannot be found in external possessions. Cars break down, natural disasters strike, and relationships can falter. Placing our happiness in these external factors sets us up for disappointment. Even the intangible aspects of life, such as our mental and emotional space, come at a cost. Seneca wisely noted that simplifying our lives and learning to live with less creates space for the things that truly matter to us. Instead of tying our happiness to external factors, Stoicism encourages us to focus on our intrinsic value as human beings. We should strive to maintain a calm and rational mindset, regardless of the challenges life throws our way. While we may not have control over external events, we have full control over our reactions to them. This principle, known as the dichotomy of control, is central to Stoic philosophy. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. We should derive our sense of worth from the things we can control, our thoughts, actions, and choices, rather than from external circumstances. Setting goals and striving for success is commendable, but attaching our self-worth to outcomes beyond our control is futile. Stoicism teaches us to embrace life's uncertainties with equanimity and to find fulfillment in the simple joys of existence. Creating content for platforms like YouTube or Instagram may not be as daunting as ruling an empire, but it still comes with its own set of challenges. From generating ideas to scripting, filming, editing, and finally uploading, the process can be time-consuming and demanding. The initial stages of content creation are entirely in your hands. You brainstorm ideas, conduct research, and craft your script, all before hitting the upload button. However, once your content is live, its success is largely determined by algorithms and audience reception, factors beyond your immediate control. Despite this, many content creators measure their success by metrics such as views, subscribers, or followers. Stoicism offers a different perspective, suggesting that true success should be measured by the effort you put in, rather than the external outcomes. Living with a Stoic mindset means freeing yourself from the expectations and judgments of others. It's about trusting the process and focusing on the quality of your work, rather than the external validation it receives. Consider the example of someone seeking a promotion at work. Despite putting in months of hard work and presenting a stellar performance report, they are overlooked for a promotion. Instead of feeling defeated, a Stoic would focus on the effort they put into their work and continue to strive for excellence, knowing that success is not always immediate or guaranteed. Stoicism teaches us to reframe our mindset and find contentment in our efforts, rather than relying on external validation or outcomes. By embracing this philosophy, we can navigate the ups and downs of content creation with resilience and a sense of inner peace. Stoicism, a philosophy with roots dating back to ancient Greece, emphasizes 4 key virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. These virtues serve as guiding principles for leading a life of purpose and fulfillment. Wisdom, the first virtue, involves the ability to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. It's about choosing our responses to external events rather than reacting impulsively. This aligns with Viktor Frankl's idea that we have the power to choose our response to any given situation. Courage, the second virtue, can be distilled into 2 simple words: persist and resist. It's about having the strength to persevere in the face of adversity and to resist the temptation to act impulsively. Temperance or moderation is the third virtue. It's about doing more with less and saying more with fewer words. While modern society often glorifies wealth and excess, Stoics believe that true wealth lies in having only what is essential and knowing when enough is enough. The fourth and perhaps most important virtue is justice. Stoicism teaches that we should treat others with kindness and compassion, as we are all interconnected and born to do good to one another. This aligns with the idea that no one should harm another, as we are all part of a larger community. A powerful example of someone who embodied these Stoic virtues is Nelson Mandela. During his 27 years of imprisonment for fighting against apartheid in South Africa, Mandela read the works of Marcus Aurelius and embraced Stoic principles. When he was finally released and elected president, many expected him to seek revenge against those who had wronged him. Instead, Mandela urged his people to seek reconciliation and to focus on building a better future together. In conclusion, Stoicism offers a timeless philosophy for living a meaningful life. By embodying the virtues of wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, leaving a positive impact on the world around us. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, has found new life in modern medicine through practices like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy. These therapies, rooted in Stoic principles, offer valuable tools for addressing emotional and behavioral issues. REBT focuses on identifying and challenging negative thought patterns that contribute to emotional distress. By applying logic to these thoughts, patients can replace them with healthier beliefs, leading to improved mental well-being. Logotherapy, on the other hand, is based on the Stoic idea that humans are driven by a sense of purpose. Even in the most challenging circumstances, individuals can find meaning and happiness by discovering their purpose in life. However, embracing these principles is not always easy. It requires rewiring our thought processes and letting go of old beliefs that no longer serve us. This process of transformation is gradual but essential for achieving lasting happiness and fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control rather than fixating on external factors beyond our influence. By redirecting our definition of value to internal qualities and actions, we can cultivate a sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external circumstances. In essence, Stoicism offers a roadmap for navigating life's challenges and finding peace amidst turmoil. It reminds us that while life may not always go as planned, we can take solace in the knowledge that we lived according to our values and principles. As Stoicism teaches us, everything has an end, but how we choose to live in the present moment defines the quality of our lives.